Hello，新年快乐！祝大家马年行大运。This is Ainsley, the first new home showcase of this Lunar New Year. In 2025, we saw 3 very successful launches in the Great World precinct. Today, we're here at River Modern, developed by a reputable developer, Wakulen. Probably one of the last plots standing along Singapore River that you can buy into. Stay on with us to find out more. So Ken, we've done so many in this location. Can you share with me why is this area so well designed?
So Ainsley, I always have a thing for this Great World locale.
Yeah.
Because when we look at the entire core central region, when you are too much into the central, a lot of times you lose out the heartlander living. A bit colder, a bit harder. When you lose out the heartlander living, it takes out a very big part of your daily needs, things that you want in your daily life. You are in very close proximity to your keynotes such as your Orchard and CBD, yet at the same time, you are enjoying a very complete lifestyle. So in this area, you get one of the most balanced lifestyle. You can live like a heartlander, where you have direct access to your food centers, your wet market. So you have all these things around, and you have one of the softest area to live in because of how Singapore River is cutting through this area as an artery. You get water bodies, you get gardens, parks, and landscaping around. So I think it is a very complete lifestyle near the city for all demographics of people living inside this area.
So what's so special about this plot?
We have seen a total of 3 launches last year in this area. River Modern is sitting right outside Singapore River. It is probably the last plot that will be launched along the Singapore River. And because of how this plot is a bit more elongated, they also have one of the widest frontage that front the river. That allows the developer and architects to design River Modern to have more than 70% of their units facing the river.
Oh, that's very nice.
So Ainsley, 2 of the most notable and popular developments in this area are actually your River Gate and your Marina Bay, right? I think River Modern marries the strong attributes of both developments into River Modern itself.
Okay.
River Gate is located just across the river of where we are. And we share the same lifestyle that is so highly sought after. When you look behind, you see how the entire Singapore River flanks the whole frontage of River Modern. When you step it up, you will see how Kim Seng Park follows through. So it feels that this entire plot, including the river, is part of River Modern itself. And I think Guacoland and their consultants have on purpose did this so that the entire landscaping and the river blends into the development itself. The consultants have also on purpose studied the species of plants in Kim Seng Park, and they are going to plant the exact same species within River Modern itself. As a resident, you do get to enjoy the entire vastness of space that you get blends out towards the lifestyle that you get right at your doorstep. That is how beautiful this plot is. If you are living within River Modern and facing the river and the park, you will forget that you're actually living right within the city because that hustle and bustle is being shielded all the way at the back and you won't even notice it. So with that direct access coming out on your daily walks, you know along Singapore River, when you come out of the development, you turn left, you will then be walking within a few minutes into a Robertson Quay area. Further down, you will reach your Boat Quay, Clark Quay, and eventually you will link seamlessly all the way to your Marina Bay area, to MBS, your Marina Barrage. And that's the beauty of living along Singapore River. Lifestyle that a lot of developments in Singapore can't bring you. And I think this is one point that will stand out over time for residents in River Modern. So instead, the other part about why Marina Modern has been so popular, it was developed by Guacoland themselves. It was one of their most successful launches, one of the products that they are most proud of. So they brought in the same design architect, Ip Yuan Hong from Ip Lee, to now redesign another architecture marvel in River Modern. What I realized was they have lightened the color of the wall. Marina Modern was a lot darker. This time round, that tone is a lot more earthy. I feel it gives a very soothing feel and it's so easy to look at in this entire development. Yet at the same time, there's a lot of class that is being brought inside. They have elevated the 2 blocks up about 14 meters above ground with tall giant beams that brings in the class of this development. And I think this design is timeless and it will continue to hold the value strong like how Marina Modern has done so over the years. So one more thing to add on is you can see how they have created a very low building footprint where you have vastness of open space around that is littered with a lot of lush greenery and landscaping inside. With the signature large lawn that Guacoland has created, this development is really just class. With how special its location is, together with such a beautiful architecture, I think this combination is what makes River Modern stand out. So I think the other part that is very beautiful about River Modern is how the developer have created a natural basement. So what they did was the street street level now becomes basement 1 of River Modern.
Right.
Right, and when they do this, they elevated the entire development upward. It creates a very nice private sanctuary for residents inside this development.
Right.
So imagine you're walking along the street level. You will never know that such a beautiful development with all this landscaping is sitting 1 level above you.
I agree.
And what they were able to achieve by doing this was to create a arrival lobby at the bottom where public can see but no access to. It links directly to your MRT station.
Right.
And that is what Guaco Land always likes to do. They like to celebrate the homecoming. And standing on top of the development looking out is what you look at Kim Seng Park and the river. Another point to note is as you walk towards the MRT station, there will be 6 F&B shops that will be lying on the side, which will be managed by the MCST, and these also help to offset the maintenance fees over time.
That's true.
Right, and these 6 F&B will definitely provide dining options for residents and great convenience.
That's true.
And as you enter into the Great World MRT, we are on the exit and entrance that is nearest to your gate. Within short walking distance, you are entering into the MRT platform already. And if you want to access to Great World City, you are just less than 2 minutes walk through the MRT tunnels. For parents, they would also like to know that River Valley Primary School is just behind us across the road.
Right, beautiful.
So we are now in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, dumbbell layout, 689 square feet. For a 689 square feet, I feel that it's way too spacious.
2 bedrooms in the market usually don't really give you that space to put in a 3-seater sofa. Dining area is very comfortable. You can see the show flat, they actually put in like a bar counter kind of table, but if you want to put in a 6-seater table, easy peasy.
So I also realized the kitchen, it's an enclosable kitchen.
It's actually not your typical kitchen. In terms of space-wise, it's actually a C-shaped kitchen. This is going to be a unit that a lot of people will like. We only have 1 stack. So if you like this layout, you can't go anywhere else. We do have another stack that's of similar size. What it gives you is both the bedrooms have different views.
Okay.
One faces the river and the other side faces outwards. You don't usually get 2 bedrooms with different views. It's always the same view. This is actually a 3-bedroom, 1098 square feet.
So this is the one which gives you a 5.5 meters frontage and the only stack which is of a landscape design.
You're right.
It also gives you a view towards the Singapore River.
Which is as good as it gets in terms of view height. Here, they really give you a lot of space where you can really have a nice wide dining table.
I also realized that your kitchen area seems somewhat open. Is there any flexibility to the kitchen?
Flex is the exact right word that we should be using. So this is actually known as a flex space. What the developer will give is actually walls. So this is actually going to be segregated. When you talk about flex, it somewhat equates to universal space, meaning you can do whatever you want to. Helper's room, a laundry room, study area. The developer would actually allow the owners to remove this to create this wide, ridiculous space where you can put in this island, you can have a much bigger kitchen.
So am I right to say, as an owner of this unit, I have the choice to either have it done up this way or to have the walls erected if I insist on a flexi room?
Yes, you can.
And you have that, then your kitchen becomes an L shape. Am I right to say that?
Exactly. The master actually with the king bed and side tables is still very, very comfortable.
You still have ample leg room
Exactly.
and walking space.
This is our 4-bedroom, 1830 square feet unit, which is only 1 stack.
Comes with a private lift.
Private lift.
We do have another stack of 4-bedroom, which is 1464 square feet.
Correct.
Which also comes with a private lift.
Precisely. Now, if you look at our living room, hardly are you able to get a living room this wide where you can literally reconfigure your living room every single day. There's so much space. You can put in a giant TV, you can have more sofa space, you can even have a play area if you've got kids. The dining area itself is another huge space. So in a show flat, it's actually a 10-seater dining table. But again, this gives you the option of having a round table or just a very long grand table.
So once you come out of the private lift, I realized you have some form of privacy because the door doesn't open up into your unit, but rather you have to make a left.
Yes, correct.
Right, before you get to see the unit.
So in the kitchen, space is just so nice. Usually you don't get this kind of space for a 4-bedroom type. You can see how long the kitchen is. So even when you want to have like a cooking party, you'll have 2 rows of people standing around, no problem.
So Ainsley, I think River Modern has one of the most complete city living that you can get. Beautiful views of the river, direct connection to an MRT station along Thomson East Coast Line.
Yep.
Within 2 minutes to one of the most popular and highly sought after shopping mall, Great World City. Across the road from one of the most reputable primary schools in this area, River Valley Primary. Reputable developer Guaco Land, beautiful design, architecture marble by Italy. So I think it's so rare to come by a combination of all these attributes into one development itself. So I think everybody should seize the chance to come and look at River Modern, because once you miss this plot, we will know when another plot like this will come by again. And on top of that, there will be attractive pricing in this area because of how the URA master plan has wanted to rejuvenate the central area, whereby they have injected more lands than usual at the same time, and this has led to competitive bidding and competitive pricing, which translates into attractive pricing for buyers. In just the next 2 to 3 years, we will definitely be seeing prices in this area go up when it normalizes. So I think this is really a rare chance, and buyers or investors who have dreams of owning a property within the city area, in the River Valley area.
And so that's the end of our SRI New Home Showcase. The public preview will be starting from the 20th of February. It will be Chinese New Year Day 4. Yep. And of course, we hope to see you here. The public booking day will be on the 7th of March. So once again, my name is Ainsley.
I'm Ken.
And we'll see you guys right here at River Modern. Bye!